Pumas. This is for Chapter 10, Pretest. Number 1. Annabelle walked around Topeka. She went 20 minutes in the park and 50 minutes in her neighborhood. She stopped walking at 2:20. What time did Annabelle start walking? A, 3:30, B, 2 o'clock, C, 1:30, or D, 1:10. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 2. Number 2. Jason looked at the clock before going to soccer practice. What time is shown on this clock? A, 15 minutes before 11, B, 9:45, C, 15 minutes after 10, or D, 50 minutes after 3. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 3. Number 3. Audrina uses an inch ruler to measure the following object. What is the length of the object to the nearest half inch? A, 2 inches, B, 2.5 inches, C, 3 inches, or D, 3.5 inches. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 4. Number 4. Beyonce started singing at 12:35 p.m. and stopped singing at 12:53 p.m. How long did Beyonce sing for? A, 18 minutes, B, 28 minutes, C, 13 minutes, or D, 23 minutes. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 5. Number 5. Sarah had a container filled with 12 liters of Kool-Aid. Serena had a container filled with 27 liters of Kool-Aid. What is the total liquid volume of the containers? A, 20 liters, B, 39 liters, C, 29 liters, or D, 35 liters. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 6. Number 6. Alex woke up for church at 8 minutes past 8 o'clock in the morning. At what time did Alex wake up? A, 8:08 p.m., B, 8:08 a.m., C, 7:08 p.m., or D, 7:08 a.m. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 7. Number 7. Alexander uses grams to measure the mass of objects in his classroom. Which object would be best measured using grams? A, a paperclip, B, a chair, C, a book, or D, a bookcase. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 8. Number 8. There are 4 bottles of water in a cooler. The bottles are all the same size. Which bottle has the least amount of water? A, bottle S, B, bottle R, C, bottle Q, or D, bottle P. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 9. Number 9. Marco is eating lunch at 11:15. What time did Marco eat lunch? A, 11:45, B, 11:15, C, 12:15, or D, 12:45. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 10. Number 10. Kadisha started her ballet lesson at 5:25 p.m. The lesson lasted 45 minutes. What time did Kadisha's ballet lesson end? A, 6 o'clock p.m., B, 6:10 p.m., C, 6:30 p.m., or D, 6:20 p.m. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 11. Number 11. Kristen uses a balance to compare the masses of the following object. Which is true about the objects? A, the mass of the apple is the same as the mass of the sandwich. B, the mass of the sandwich is more than the apple. C, the mass of the apple is more than that of the sandwich. Or D, the mass of the apple is less than the sandwich. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 12. Number 12. Sophia wants to find the mass of a pair of tennis shoes. Which unit should she use? A, a liter, B, a gram, C, a kilogram, or D, an inch. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 13. Number 13. Leslie fills a mug with hot cocoa. Which is the best estimate of how much the mug will hold. A, about 1 liter. B, less than 1 liter. C, more than 1 liter. Or D, about 5 liters. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 14. Number 14. Jake's mom uses an inch ruler to measure the length of a dog in a picture. What is the length of the dog to the nearest 4th inch? A, 2 1/4 inch. B, 3 1/2 inch. C, 3 inches. Or D, 3 1/4 inches. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 15. Number 15. A batch of cookies needs to bake for 32 minutes in the oven. Brian puts them in the oven at 10:19 a.m. At what time should Brian take the cookies out of the oven? A, 10:33 a.m. B, 10:51 p.m. C, 10:51 a.m. Or D, 10:33 p.m. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 16. Number 16. The Olive Garden sold 21 liters of raspberry lemonade in 3 hours. The same amount of lemonade was sold each hour. How many liters of lemonade were sold each hour? A, 24 liters. B, 18 liters. C, 3 liters. Or D, 7 liters. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to move on to number 17. Number 17. Ella studied math for 17 minutes. Then she did science for 35 minutes. Ella finished reading at 10:10 a.m. At what time did Ella start studying math? A, 9:18 a.m. B, 11:02 a.m. C, 9:25 a.m. Or D, 11:02 p.m.